Since 1898, the Benriach Distillery has very quietly been producing quality single malt Scotch whisky, which has only ever been enjoyed in very small quantities by a few discerning individuals who have been fortunate enough to come across a bottle. Today, Benriach continues to produce its very special single malt whiskies as an independent distillery. The Benriach Distillery is located in the heart of Speyside, between the village of Rothes and the town of Elgin in the northeast of Scotland. The Spey Valley, in which the Benriach Distillery was built by John Duff in 1898, is home to many of Scotland's great whiskies, but Benriach has its own uniqueness, born from the particular methods and skills of the men who craft the whisky, the ingredients they use, the distinctive copper stills, and high-quality barrels selected for maturation. The story of Benriach, which means in Gaelic, Hill of the Red Deer, is typical of the great Speyside distilleries. Built in 1898, the distillery was sited amongst the rolling barley fields that rise to the foothills of the Grampian Mountains. Deep in the musky darkness of the long, low, traditional warehouses at the Benriach Distillery, row upon row of oak casks rest, slowly maturing. This is an uninterrupted inventory of fine Speyside single malt, dating back to 1966. The casks contain the highest quality whisky, and many reveal expressions which have taken the industry experts by surprise due to their complexity and subtleness. Some are no less than outstanding examples of the art of whisky production. Of all the Benriach expressions, these four malts form the distillery's core range and best capture the smooth, complex, full-flavoured character traditionally associated with the Speyside region. All have a smooth, elegant, full taste and aroma that capture fruity, floral notes with fascinating overtones of honey, vanilla, spices, toffee and apples. Originally matured in the traditional style in American oak barrels, these whiskies are then finished, respectively, in either sherry, sauternes, dark rum, Madeira or port casks. During the additional period of maturation, the whiskies interact with the oak wood and derive a number of additional flavours and aromas specific to the finishing cask. Curiositas, Bernie Moss and Authenticus use a heavily peated malted barley as a cereal varietal to produce a unique, fresh, peated expression. This is particularly unusual for a Speyside malt. Indeed, Benriach Curiositas, Bernie Moss and Authenticus are some of the few Speyside malts distilled from peated malted barley commercially available. These four heavily peated Benriachs are originally matured in American oak and then finished either in Madeira, sherry, port or dark rum wood. Bottled at 46%, at natural colour and non-chill filtered, all of our Fumosus expressions are available on a strictly limited basis. Within the warehouses at Benriach, we store an impressive inventory of over 20,000 casks, some of which date as far back as 1966. Our master distiller carefully selects the most exceptional of these for our super premium range and limited release single cask vintage bottlings.